Thursday, the 28th of May. We're up bright and early this morning. It's not even 9 o'clock. The idea is to do the touristy stuff before it gets too hot. The city has three principal claims to fame. Number one, not surprisingly, given that we're in France, is its cathedral. Number two, lentils. Apparently there is a particular green lentil that is grown in this region. And number three is that it is one of the starting points for the Santiago de la Compostela, which is a significant pilgrimage route for hikers. We're up bright and early to get out before it gets too hot. It's not even 9 o'clock. First on the list for us today is to climb up to the chapel, up here on top of this volcanic rock. I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce its name, so I'll stick it down below. I'm not sure how big the climb is, but reviews say it's actually not too bad. So hopefully Karen won't be cursing at me. I wouldn't want to be doing this at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's already starting to cook now, just gone 9 o'clock. We do, of course, get amazing views over the city. This is looking towards the cathedral. And I think that's Mary up on that other outcrop. The climb up was nowhere near as bad as it would appear from the bottom. Well, that was my view. Not sure what Karen thinks.
It wasn't too bad, actually.
There we go. Not too bad. This lump of rock that the chapel is built on is an old volcanic core. And that's where the stone in the centre of the core is harder than the outside. And over time, the rest of the volcano has been eroded away by the weather and the likes, just leaving this singular pillar. Although, given that we are in Aiguilhe, there are many others around us. There's another one over there. That's St. Joseph on top, apparently. I suspect that to get a good view of the cathedral with light on it would involve an afternoon or evening climb. Sod that this time of year, way too hot. Although this morning, Karen and I are two of the youngest that have come up so far. Credit to the oldsters. Well, that wasn't so bad. On to the next one. Just getting to the entrance of the statue of the Notre-Dame involves a climb. I think she's quite recent, well, relatively, 1860 I think I read. So apparently she is made in part from cast iron recovered from the cannons that were captured from the enemy from the siege of Sevastopol during the Crimean War. Karen is just going to love this. Apparently there is a spiral staircase within the Notre Dame. It would be churlish not to go up, although I suspect Karen will refrain. Having escaped the Loire Valley over a week ago, we are now very close to the Loire I'm not sure exactly where it is. I don't think it passes through the city, but it's certainly very close by. I'm going to assume that these two cannons are part of the lot they used, captured from the Crimean War. As I said a few minutes ago, it would be churlish not to go up. Karen will do the sensible thing and wait down here. And now we can see the graffitied cast iron shell. I'm not at the top yet, so let's keep going. Coming up the stone steps wasn't too bad. Then it came onto this much tighter steel staircase. And there is still a ladder going further up. But I must confess, it is giving me the heebie-jeebies. But I'm here, so it's got to be done. At the very top, there is a little perspex dome where one can pop one's head up and be inside the crown on top of the Notre-Dame. But a bit too cramped to get the camera up there. I think with the Notre-Dame and the chapel conquered, for want of a better phrase, we are all religioned out for the day. We're probably going to have a look at the cathedral from the outside, but more importantly, we need coffee and pastries. So let's go and find a cafe.